Hey guys, tonight I'm going to cook a chicken pathia as requested by one of my followers. So here are the ingredients. I have a tablespoon of mango chutney, half a spoon of tamarind, juice of 1 lemon, fenugreek methi leaves, some chopped up chilies optional, sugar to taste, hot chili powder, tablespoon or chef spoon of mixed powder or a good quality curry powder, minced garlic ginger, passata or diluted tomato puree, cilantro or coriander leaves chopped, pre-cut chicken, vegetable oil, I've got ghee though, and the obligatory base gravy. Also got 1 medium onion blended and in this bowl. Okay guys, here we go. I've got my base gravy heating in the pot and some ghee in the other pot. You can use vegetable oil or coconut oil. Heat the oil up on a medium heat. So here I've got the minced onions. Well, 1 medium onion. When the oil is hot, I'm going to put it in. It's going to sizzle. Let's test the oil. Yeah, the oil's quite nice and hot. Put that onion in there. Now we're going to cook that through until it starts to toast. Nearly burnt, but not burnt. Sort of like hot dog onion colour. And turn the heat up. Control the heat yourself. You're not a baby, I don't have to tell you. Turn it down when you need to. The knob is not glued stuck on the cooker, so you can control it, you're not silly. Chicken pathia. My first request to do a video. Somebody I know, one of my followers, their son doesn't have a normal Christmas roast dinner, but they normally have an Indian. And they normally have a chicken pathia, so this one is for them. So stir those. Don't have to stir them like mad because you want them to caramelise and let the onions get sweet, or the starches are turning into sugars. My recipes are all online, and it's a Doug's B.I.R or Doug's B.I.R, D-O-U-G-S-B-I-R, and I'm starting to call my followers Doug's B.I.Rs. B.I.R means British Indian Restaurant, but I quite like the word Doug's B.I.R. Quite cute sounding for my Doug's B.I.Rs. So, fry those through, turn it down if it starts to stick. Turn the heat down. This pan is very good because it's got a very wide and high rim on it, as opposed to the normal aluminium pan I use over here somewhere, which I would use for cooking one dish at a time. This pan I normally cook enough for 2 in. Restaurants do 1 at a time because the onions don't caramelise if you put too much fluid in there in one go. So I think this one does pretty good, even though I don't have an industrial burner that they have. It's not bad on the high watt hob on the big burner. Yeah, they're still caramelising nicely now. You can smell the different type of smell from the onions. They start off quite acidic smelling and then they turn into more of a sweet smell as they dry and caramelise. As you know from frying onions for hot dogs on the barbecue, they get very sweet, all the starches are turned into sugar. So they're starting to toast. Doesn't matter if they slightly start to burn. I'm stirring them and again anyway. I can turn my base gravy down a bit now because you only need it warm. You don't need it to like boil away and into nothing. Just need it warm to hot when you use it later. If you put the base gravy in later when it's cold, you kill off the spices. Same if you add cold water, you kill them off. So always warm or hot. Right, those onions are just starting to stick. So they're about caramelised now. They're cut of little pieces to the ground. So now I'm going to add ginger garlic. I've got a recipe for this. Slightly more garlic I use than ginger, and I also put a small chilli in there, but you don't have to do that. So this is a good chef spoon of ginger garlic. Going in for 30 seconds to a minute. Don't let that stick. Turn the heat down slightly. And as soon as you can smell that coming up, the smell of like garlic bread, and that's done. Any more and it will become bitter. It burns very quickly. So just turn the heat down for that for a minute. So there you go. You can see that. You can smell the garlic just about starting to come up. I don't want it to burn. Now I'm going to add my spices. Well, I'm going to add everything on this chopping board except for the lemon juice. I've got a couple of minced chilies in Arca ones. You don't have to put those in, they're optional. So I've been using them a lot lately from inspired by a Naga chili pickle I bought, and I just find it quite delicious. So don't have to put that in, it's only optional, but that's my preference. Now on here I've got mango chutney on this spoon, so I'm going to pop that in, and I've also got about half a spoon of tamarind. You can see that there. Looks a bit like black treacle or licorice or camp coffee or something like that. Slightly bitter. If you don't have that, I got a bit of a cheat, and you can use half a spoon of coffee, instant coffee, good one. I know some people are gonna say you can't put coffee in a curry, but I have done, and it's not bad. It's a good substitute for tamarind. And that's in. Now on this chopping board, I've got mixed powder. That's a heat chef spoon. You can use a good quality curry powder, but I make my own mixed powder. This is a hot chili powder, sugar, a good chef spoon of sugar, some matty fenugreek leaves, and there's a bit of the mango chutney that's spilled off the spoon. I'm going to put all that in try not to ruin my flour with sticky sugar. Stir that in for about a minute to two. Don't let that stick or it will be bitter again, as I said, like the garlic. Just keep stirring that. You can turn that heat up a bit to get the essential oils out of those spices, but not too high, just when you start to smell those aromas coming out. All B.I.R chefs use that word, aromas, because it lets you know when the spices are done, really, when you're roasting them or frying them. It's quite an easy curry because they're not too many spices that you have to select. So I'll wait for the smell those aromas coming now, and I'm going to use tomato passata, homemade recipe, or you could dilute some puree, and I'm going to use about 2 chef spoons of that in a minute and see how that goes. If you like it very tomatoey, then I would use the whole lot, which is a small takeaway carton. Takeaway cartons are normally half size and full size ones. This is a smaller carton. Now I'm going to turn the heat up quite high. Because there's liquid in there from the tomatoes now, I can afford to turn it up higher. Just toast everything in that pan. It's not going to burn or stick so easily as long as you're stirring it. So stir and toast that for, I'm going to add the rest of these tomatoes because I like, well I've got about 3 chef spoons in there, but you can only use 1 if you like. I like tomatoes, like I like fenugreek. So let that go for a minute or 2. Leave that stick on the pan a bit. Not burning, but let it stick. It will caramelise the onions in the base when you put it in. Okay. I'm going to use the base, whoops, splashed everywhere, ladle of base gravy at a time. So I'm putting 1 in for now. I'm going to spit everywhere, so good luck for your cleaning. Your girlfriend, boyfriend is going to moan at you, but too bad. They won't moan when they're eating it. And they won't moan when you save them some money from the takeaway in this crisis we've got here in the UK at the moment. Cost of living crisis. Put your own. More fun. Experimental. Put a bit of base gravy in at a time. I'm going to use 3 ladles altogether, but I put a bit in at a time and then cook down so that the onions in that base gravy caramelise and make nice sweet sauce and texture. We've got a recipe for the base gravy online on the B.I.R, on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Instagram I don't use so much because it doesn't seem to attract the attention. It seems to attract a lot of golfers and swimmers and rock climbers out for some reason. Not many cooking channels on there, maybe one. Instagram seems to be more for very active people, but that might be me being a bit cynical, yes I am. I'm going to put some more of that big gravy in now. Stir that around, you can see this burbling, caramelising, scrape the edges. Those bits on the edges of the gold dust, as Jamie Oliver says, they're the gold dust. The liquid gold, caramelised on their edges. I do the same when I'm making gravy for a Sunday dinner, mind. So I do get it. But in a restaurant, they would have a high burner and those flames would be going up. They would shake the pan like this, and the flames are coming up around the side. You're definitely caramelising those bits that on the side then. I don't have one of those burners, so I just stir the bits up the side like this. So the flames and the heat gets on them. We haven't all got a industrial restaurant set up here. I'm cooking for the home. I'm a normal guy showing you how to cook curries at home. I'm not a pro. Just a care worker. Not just a care worker, but I'm a care worker. And a painter, you know. Anyone can cook this stuff at home. That's what my videos are about. For the average guy or lady, have a go, experiment. You can make your own recipes. I'm going to put the last up big gravy in and a bit of water because I'm going to cook that down now. Excuse the noise. So we've got a nice sauce there, lots of sauce for 2 people really, 2 takeaway cartons. It's been quite a lot in there, quite liquidy at the moment. I'm going to turn the heat down a bit now. I'm going to add pre-cut chicken. I've got a recipe for that on my website and online on YouTube. Pre-cut chicken. You can make this by boiling the chicken in a pot of base gravy. That's the way I cheat sometimes. So the chicken is in, and then now I'm going to add the lemon juice, 1 lemon. Oh, I've spotted some pips in there. I was in a bit of a hurry. Normally I squeeze the lemon through my fingers and catches the pips, but I was in a bit of a hurry today. I'm trying out my new microphone to see if it sounds any better than the other videos. So, juice of a lemon going in. If you don't have a lemon, you still want to cook, you can put some vinegar in or white distilled vinegar. I've even heard of people putting white wine in there. And someone I know even uses rum. So that's going in, and finally at the end I'm going to put some chopped coriander, cilantro, chopped coriander, fresh leaves. Put that in, turn the heat light down now. Let that cook until it's the thickness, the consistency that you like. If you put raw chicken in there, you need about 20 minutes for this sort of size of chicken, or 10 minutes if your chicken is pre-cooked. Season it if you like with a bit of salt in there. I like a lot of salt, I'm a naughty boy. And pepper if you like pepper. Whoopsie. Sorry about that, just dropped my mic. Oops. Nearly done. So 5 minutes and that's done. Thanks for watching, guys. I know you can't see me on camera, so I'm going to come down a little bit lower. Don't forget to subscribe to B.I.R.com and social media, TikTok, Facebook and YouTube. Enjoy.